Let's spend a little bit of time working on freestyle breathing. You know, I really believe that the breathing motion messes up more freestyle stroke technique than any other single factor in swimming. I think erroneous breathing patterns, breathing motion, can also do a lot to lead to long-term shoulder and elbow pain. So we're going to do some things right now that are going to address the breathing. But let's talk first about what I'm looking for in a good breathing pattern. When the swimmer places the non-breathing side hand in the water, the entry of my right hand is the signal for me to rotate my mouth to the left side to get my air. And then I like to tell the swimmers to use that same hand to pull their face back in the water. So if I'm going to breathe on my left, when my right hand hits the water, fingers pointing down, I'm going to rotate to the side to take my breath, and my right hand is going to pull my face back in the water. I want to try to pull my face in. So here's a way to get a little bit of work in. They're going to start out with one arm extended. They're going to take an underwater freestyle pull and take 3 breaths on the other side, and then take the pull again and take 3 breaths on the other side. So if you do 20-25s like that on the 30, you're going to be getting some serious work in, and they're going to be getting some skill work in along the way. You know, a lot of the training that we do is bilateral breathing, alternate breathing. For each breath taken on the left, we breathe on the right. I don't require swimmers to do that when they race, but certainly during practice, I'm going to provide lots of opportunities where they're alternate breathing. One thing that I like to do that really causes the swimmers to have to think about their coordination of their breathing. So listen carefully. Here's what we're going to do. You're going to go half the pull length, right arm only, breathing on the right. You're going to go the other half of the pull length, right arm only, breathing on the left. Flip your turn, come back, left arm only, breathing on your left for half the pull length, and left arm only, breathing on your right for the other half the pull length. You understand? Yeah. Great. Ready? Go. So they're going right arm only, breathing on their right, and then they're going right arm only, breathing on their left. Now I like to have them breathe every other stroke so that they get a chance to collect themselves a little bit in between each breathing motion. If they breathe every stroke, it starts getting sloppy. Now they're coming back, left arm only, breathing left, and then left arm only, breathing right. Real nice job there. And I like their head position is not bouncing up and down. That was really good. Wasted motion of the head in freestyle breathing can do a lot to aggravate other stroke mistakes. So one thing that you can incorporate with the drill that you just saw is to do a lap of drill, and then on the way back, have them look at the side of the pool and not be able to see above the deck. And go back down and do the drill and look the other way and not be able to see above the deck. Another great way to work on improving breathing is to make sure that the swimmer is exhaling thoroughly and quickly. They want to breathe out like a flame-breathing dragon through their mouth and exhale through their nose like they're blowing out a candle with their nose. So what I'm going to have these swimmers do is I'm going to have them go down breathing on both sides. And that's going to cause them to have to inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale rapidly in order to get the next inhale. Go. The nice thing about breathing on both sides is not only are they going to practice rapid exhalation, but they're also going to have to minimize their head motion to keep up with their arms. I would hate to see anybody do this in a race or in practice without being instructed, but I think incorporating this along with other breathing drills, typically we'll do something like this in a set of hundreds or 125s so that we do a little bit of this so we're really thinking about exhaling, and then maybe some other drills on minimizing head motion. To really reduce head motion, I love this drill. It's kind of challenging for the swimmers, and that is to do a set of repeats where they're not allowed to take a breath. So we're going to do some 25s here, but they're not allowed to breathe. But the name of the game is sneak your breath. Now I know they're going to want to breathe and they're going to need to breathe, but they're going to sneak their breath and see if they can conceal their breathing motion from me. The idea is to get as little breathing motion as you can so that you really sneak your breath with very little head motion. Let's see how they do. Are you ready? Go. I'm not seeing any breaths, but I think he took at least one. There's one. Very little head motion. 2. How many breaths did you take? 3 breaths? I only saw 2. That's very good. Okay, now we'll try Christina. Of course, it helps if you don't have a cap on, because you can see the cap more. Very little head motion on that breathing. I like the way that looks.